Hello, everyone, and welcome to Guest List. Today we have 40 Feet Tall. Thanks for being here. Nice hearty handshake.
Oh, left hand?
Was caring. So, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
I'm Brett, and these are my friends.
Yeah, but what do you do in the band?
I'm Jack, and I play guitar. Brett plays bass sometimes.
Okay.
And comic relief.
I also love my friends.
My name's Ian, and I play drums, and I've been trying to get into fishing.
My name's Cole. I sing and I play guitar, and I hate my friends.
I hope you meant that. What do you guys sound like to the general public, or how would you describe your sound?
We're like post-punky, but a little prog, like post-prog punk from Portland. I don't think we sound like anyone, but we're influenced by a lot of people like King Giz, Fish.
Why'd you have to call me out like that?
Fish.
I have no influence.
Now that you've toured a bunch, have you thought about potentially touring Europe?
Yeah.
Okay. In Europe, would you maybe consider changing your name to 12.19 meters?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we have one friend who every time he comes to our show and posts about it on Instagram has changed it to another unit of measurement every time, and it's really good.
What is your favorite unit of measurement now we're on this subject?
Now that I'm thinking about it, leagues is a pretty sick unit of measurement.
Okay. Do you know how long a league actually is?
Not a clue.
Okay. You just like the idea.
A League of Our Own. Great film. There's a really funny part where the guy from Saving Private Ryan pees Tom Hanks pees for a long time, and it's like, whoa.
I kind of like Jules, or maybe like a molar, you know?
Okay.
Oh, Jules is good.
Energy,
Yeah, bro.
which Cole has plenty of.
Just a good old-fashioned inch.
I listened to your EP. It's pretty good. There's a lot of different sounds on that. Like each song feels really different. Do you want to talk about like why you wanted to make each song sound kind of unique?
Well, you see, we all kind of listen to different bands here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bit of some, the typical Led Zeppelin, Sade.
Mm-hmm.
Some, folk, some soul. And I feel like each of the songs on this album kind of represent an egg in the carton, It's like when you get organic eggs, just as organically as this music's come together, you find some that are blue, some are brown, some that are speckled. But it's not until you, go to Safeway and get one of those value bleached packs.
Okay.
Which we're not.
All right. So for this, striving to feel original, why did you follow that up with a cover?
Because we had a really great label that wanted us to do a really great version of a really great song, and that didn't happen.
We love labels.
Ladies and gentlemen, the label villains are here.
And respect them.
Like
Love,
any band
respect, labels, and their influence on what we decide to do in the recording studio.
would. Okay. So for every Seattle band, I feel like there's a Portland equivalent that is kind of more, concentrated goodness. Like they're better in some way, from one way or to another. Do you feel that way sometimes, where you're you see a Seattle band and you're like, oh, this is just like such and such from Portland, but better?
No. We love Seattle bands a lot, and I think it's bet both ways. I think they're
one. Say it.
We're better than
That's the correct answer. I was waiting for you to. How long does it take you to hate tour? Like when you know you've got a certain amount of shows that you need to play, and yet you're only so deep.
I feel like for me the dread hits before tour, and I'm just like fuck, and then a few days before I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then it is, and then about middle, at least for me on this time, it was like
Did it take like a
Between
week, a month?
10 and 14 days
10 and
is
14.
normally when the dread hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to just we really discussed not playing a show because we were just like, wow, can we just please rest?
Was that on a Monday or Tuesday?
It was a Sunday.
Oh yeah, the Lord's Day.
It was after us being in New York for the first time, and so it was our first show after the New York shows, and
We stayed out a little
we were like, we can't.
This sounds like a dumb idea.
I do still recommend.
Yeah.
You must experience the city that you're in.
Right.
The point of tour.
What is the point of tour?
To make sure that you experience the delicacies of each city food wise.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
think
Bourdain model.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fuck that's delicious.
Yeah.
Cole, why don't you have a mustache? Actually, I'm going to ask you, why does Cole not have a mustache?
Genetic defects.
It's,
This the only thing he's not good at is growing hair, and it's annoying. The only thing I am good at is growing hair. So.
like, yeah, can you talk about like an absolute shit show that actually didn't finish? Or like, do you have any situations like that? Or did you play with any bands that were so bad they couldn't actually like finish their actual set?
I have one thing to say about that, just real quick. I feel like sometimes the worst bands are the ones that are determined to finish their sets and
Oh,
they
yeah.
play too long.
Okay.
Like they're like, oh, like we have this set of songs, and if it takes us an hour, we didn't time it because why would we do that? We're bad. And then they just play it.
What?
And then Brett has something to say.
We've always finished our shows. There's never been a time we've had to like. I don't think I've ever seen a band just be like fuck it and walk off. But we did have.
It's amazing when that happens.
Really?
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
really do.
But we did have a really sloppy show a few months ago that was, I think, probably our worst show as this iteration of this band, and there was many reasons for it, and we had to sit down and have a little meeting and a little chit chat about why that happened, and then we came up to play the Sunset Tavern for the first time with like Biblioteca, and then it was one of our best shows we ever played. So
Right. Shout out to Biblioteca.
That's us.
You don't
I
know.
think just on another I think the worst thing is I hate being told good show when we know we played a bad show.
Mhm.
And so I won't sell it. I won't be like, hey, shitty show, but I won't say good show.
Okay.
That annoys me more than if someone says they're going to be at the show and they don't show up. Someone who's like, hey, great show, that's lying is worse. So I don't like to do that. I just won't acknowledge the band if I think they were really, really bad.
All right, that's very Northwest of you. All right, I think that's about all I have today. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll see you next time.